If you know truth, you got to stand up for it, right? And you got to be willing to speak it. And sometimes your voice does shake. I wrote an article once for Forbes about that speak the truth even if your voice shakes.
Oh, that's
because
good.
there's been a lot of times in my life I've been called on to speak the truth in situations where I was, we talk about how Joseph wasn't as qualified as Oliver. I dropped out of college. I since got an honorary PhD, so that counts.
That's good. Good job.
I always like to, everyone makes it, they're like, that doesn't count. I'm like, oh, it counts. But it's like I was, there's been so many times where I'm the least educated in the room, or the least, there was times when I was a young CEO in this room full of these really experienced CEOs, and like speaking up. There's even been times with church leaders where there might have been a church leader where I had to tell them something I knew they didn't want to hear, but it was true and I needed to pass that along. It's scary in those moments, right?
Absolutely.
But what gets me through them is I remember that I don't answer to those people, I answer to God. And not being right with him scares me a heck of a lot more than any person on this earth could scare me.
Yes.
And
it's not scare because we're afraid of what God would do. It's because we know how much he
because
loves us.
And we know the truth.
And we know the truth.
And we know the truth.